Okay, we got that going. Hi, everybody. Here we are. So, Jeannie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. I got a nap. I got to do a nap. So
Yay.
that was refreshing.
Uh-huh. Wow, I haven't taken a nap in a really long time. I do
Me
enjoy
either.
those
It
naps.
felt, yeah, it felt
20,
good.
20-minute power naps or I met a man who did nothing but 20-minute power naps. He never slept. He was a
Oh,
professor, wrote books, he was incredibly dynamic, but he believed that's all he needed and that's what he got for
oh,
years. He did like 20-minute power naps a day.
oh. I like the
Incredible.
nighttime 8 hours.
I always look
I
forward to
need it.
getting in my bed and sleeping.
Yes.
Raluca, yay, good to
Hi,
see
Beluga.
you. How are you today? I have everyone off right now. How are you? Can you hear us, Raluca? How are you doing today? I can't hear you. Can't hear you. She had this difficulty last time, didn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if I try on this side. Try talking now. Oh, I heard.
Yeah, she's muted right now.
Yeah. Okay, now she's unmuted. Okay.
Now, can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Yes.
We got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I've had to check again the microphone.
Microphone.
I've had to repeat test speaker and microphone like the last time, and
Now it's working. Good.
Working well. Yes, I'm okay. I'm very well.
Good.
Yay, glad to hear that. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Wonderful.
I hope you too. All of you.
Well, yeah, I think we're going to get started because I have a time schedule today with my granddaughter. So the other people will see the parts they miss, I guess, as they come on, Linan and Allie. So welcome, everyone. It's January 20th. There's a lunar eclipse today, so that's interesting. Lunar eclipse in Leo. So the New Age community loves this. They always see it's going to bring the magic wand down and we'll all be enlightened. And I like that image. And maybe we are and we don't even know it. Maybe each time this happens, we're more enlightened and we just don't even know because it's all in perspective, isn't it? It's all just a viewpoint of life. So anyways, so today the card I picked from this Dreams of Gaia book, and I'm really loving this one. I pick a card a day for myself. And today the card that came out was love. And I have, it's a long read, but I want to be kind of short to make sure we all get a chance to talk today. So it really is about self-love is what I get for all of us, is how to bring all our energy into greater self-love this next 2 weeks. It's kind of just the overall theme for us all to think about. To work with energy of self-love, take a moment to write a list of all that you like about yourself, all that is working for you right now. Take pride in what's working for you. Feel that strength inside yourself of, yes, I've accomplished this. I appreciate this about me. Appreciation is important. Nurture yourself, expand yourself. And then every day, make time to do things that you really love. And I think that's just so vital, make time. That's really big in the Thrive, 9 Days to Thrive that I teach. Really make time to do what you love. And it makes you, and feel how good that feels for yourself. And then also honor your body as a temple and make time every day to move and to breathe. And remember you're unique. And remember that the loving yourself, there's great stories. I mean, a woman, this is just a really quick story. A woman had 4th degree cancer. It was in the pancreas. They told her she had 3 weeks to live. She'd fought cancer, right, for 3 years. She'd fought it. She'd done everything that the medical profession was giving her. And then she's like, you know what? I've learned so much from this cancer. It's been so good for me. I'm going to honor my cancer and how I've learned from it for my last 3 weeks. So she started journaling, and she gave her cancer tumor a name, and she started talking to her cancer tumor, telling her how much she appreciated it for everything she'd learned. And she got better, and she was totally cancer free, never died. And so it really is about love your enemy. You know what I mean? Are we going to have a war against ourselves, a battle, or are we going to love ourselves? And I think that really says it very well, because so much of cancer is this inner dialogue that just goes on and on and on that we may not even understand is happening. So let's all love ourselves the next 2 weeks, okay? Then I've got another one to read if I can. I don't know how to. Yeah, hold on one sec. Undo this. I'm going to read you a little of magnesium. Our Anahata code for the day is magnesium. I'm just going to hold the space. Let's see. Here we go. Magnesium, we looked up the homeopathic. I sent you a link on our Facebook of this whole page if you really want to get more involved in what this person's saying. He's saying a lot. So as a catalyst, magnesium initiates, conducts reactions, presides over all the enzymes of our body, yet remains detached. It's a characteristic of those who, while giving advice and support, maintain an impersonal, objective, and unprejudiced stance. Those who can mediate and arbitrate without partiality, bringing justice, reconciliation, and peace through wisdom. Magnesium, more than any other element, displays the supporting, nurturing, protective, objective, uncompromising love of mother. No mother can be more wise and caring, yet more forbidding, stern, and relentless than Mother Nature. Mag Carb is her maternal representative, and such shares her mythology. That is magnesium for the day. And so in loving ourselves, we want to also love ourselves as the witness. So remember that for the next 2 weeks, that you love yourself inside, and when you find those shadows inside yourself, become the witness, become the wise mother of those shadows, and offer that love through listening to what the shadow, the inner self needs to do. It's interesting, this came up also with my life right now, but also as just a place of how I do one of my little things I do in life, and we certainly did it in the immersion. The orgasmic immersion was that place of becoming the witness. So it's the same way. Remember that this next 2 weeks. So yay. And it looks like maybe just 4 of us, which is pretty awesome for time zone, right? We all get our time. And just because we're starting, I thought maybe I would start, and then I have little sheets here. I'm just going to pull names. So I'm going to go over my 10 minutes so you get a sense, again, of what we're doing here, what our protocol is. So as we talked about last time, my 2 weeks was pretty intense. Ezra was born. I was in the delivery room right after he was born. His dad took him out. There was lots of prayers going on. I felt angels everywhere. I really felt angelic presence. This last period has been really up and down. He's got he's got a thing hanging on him that's about this big. So if you imagine my face with this much hanging off his face, it's really quite a huge growth. Considered stage 4 out of stage 5. And he's staying healthy. He's staying quite balanced. Parents are doing great. And I am here 100% for them. And it's amazing. I mean, I'm living with them. I'm here in the house with them. I'm totally engaged with every detail. The other grandmother was here. And I did promise myself I would do business every day. And I did do business every day, which was great.
Wow.
I'm doing the 9 days to thrive. So I made sure people got emails for that. And I took that time off. I rearranged. So this is the mental part of me I'm talking about. I rearranged a couple of sheets that I'm getting ready for advertising online. I really want to do sponsored Facebook ads, and I'm putting this whole thing together for that, which is quite intensive, and I got a lot done with that. So every day I hold that focus for myself. Everyone honors that focus for me, which feels really good in the family, because that's all about teamwork that I talked about before. So I felt like I really accomplished that part of it. I was able to be here in a way for the family that felt good for me on that love place. I mean, it was certainly needing to be the wise woman at times, because the hospital likes to intercept in ways that's very difficult. I mean, they're basically saying, oh, your child could be brain dead, we don't know, da da da, you know, and then the other one comes in 2 minutes later and goes, your baby's fine, you know, after my poor daughter's had a total meltdown. Then the other doctor comes in and says, fine. American medicine at its finest. And that's the way it is. But they say they need to let everyone know. The one doctor I really like says, we need to let them know, but we think about the time we say things and we wait and see. So patience, you know. So it's an interesting journey. I almost passed out one day in the hospital. It's just like, whoo, I'm a sensitive person. So I had to really remember to ground myself. Breathe. It's a big thing for me to be in these hospitals like this. I'm not, it's not my protocol, not my lifestyle. So, but I'm doing it and I feel strong. And of course, everything makes us grow, right? So the next 2 weeks of my life, I want to really waiting for some money to come. And then I'm going to use some of that for the advertising. I'm going to start marketing for this next 2 weeks. I'm saying this to myself right now. I'm going to start marketing for my next immersion class. I've got 2 women interested, and I want to get 4 to 6 together for Life Force Immersion and start that around the beginning of February. So that is a focus for the next 2 weeks to get that going. Wait, when the money comes in, I'm going to start this advertising, which is bringing more women into my group, so to speak, getting more emails so I can begin emailing them, just creating that tribe for myself online. Also in the next 2 weeks, physically, so that's the mental is keeping my business going, emotionally is keeping stabilized and grounded while I go to the hospital and keeping that real steady. I have been extremely tired. Dreams have been prolific all over the place. So there's a lot going on for sure. To really just stabilize everything, keep sleeping, keep moving forward mentally, emotionally, staying stable for the family, which I've done a really good job at, except almost passing out. That was a little extreme. And then emotionally, mentally, physically, yes, I've been eating because when I'm stressed, I eat. So how to get my balance in my diet, because I can't even wear my pants, and it's amazing how I can gain weight so quick when I'm under stress. So I realized physically I was drinking Starbucks coffee. It's really hard to even find anything that's not Starbucks in Seattle. I don't know if you have Starbucks in Europe, but America is obsessed with Starbucks coffee, and it began here. And I think Starbucks, I mean, I can only talk for myself, but Starbucks makes me really tight, and it makes my shoulders tight. It gives me headaches. It's just so toxic for me. So I realized I was drinking Starbucks. So I got off that and I feel better. I'm drinking some good organic coffee, monitoring how much I drink just to keep going in Seattle, which is incredibly, you know, cloudy and dark and rainy. There's not much sun here. So, and imagining the sun coming in and eating well and getting Aria's been eating great. So getting her diet really, really stabilized while they're doing all this. So that, and getting more walks. So that's my goal for the next 2 weeks. More walks, less coffee, stable. And that felt good to say, actually. It does feel good to express that. It's like, okay, I'm doing this. I am doing it and moving forward. And it is, and I'm just getting on that place that, hey, I'm here. I'm living with my daughter for at least 2 months. So that's like sinking in, like, oh, I'm not just visiting here. I really am here. And so the next 2 weeks, I want to see, okay, how can I create it to work in a way that I'm not totally giving up myself by living in her house. So that's another thing that's important to me. Great. Does anyone have any feedback for me about all what they heard and anything I could improve on or I'm missing? I'm going to pick a name. If you guys don't jump, it's okay. Just because we got it. It's really good to do this feedback thing. So yeah.
Trudy, I'll talk. I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. Part of my goal was to do the 9 days to thrive because I haven't done them yet. And I got appreciation today. I have one more to go. I have one tomorrow. So you make my heart smile, and I'm really proud of you because it's intense what you're doing. I'm proud of you that you're staying with your business and staying focused on that. And I'm proud of you for, I'm getting tearful, but the love that you project, the love and guidance you project for your family. It's huge. It's huge. You're going through an intense thing right now. It's intense, and you look good, and you're feeling love, and I appreciate you. You make my heart smile.
Thanks, Jean. Thanks. I'm glad you're doing the Thrive. Yay. I love when people do that.
Yeah. It's funny. I got appreciation today. And your goals, I think, sound great. I mean, you know, walking, when I do get really stressed, I put one foot in front of the other. You know, whether it's a death or a birth or whatever, being overwhelmed, whatever, I've always come back to walking. I think that's great. I think, you know, one foot in front of the other and keep it going, and then it leads to better things. So I think, you know, good goals, and I'm really proud that you're staying with your business.
Thanks. Yeah.
That'd be so easy to let fly away in all this, and I think
I honestly say I was looking forward to today because you're different faces for me, and it's a different world I'm entering here for this hour. So I need it. I honestly really need you guys. So thank you for being here with me. Great. Anyone else? Got a couple more minutes if anyone wants to say something.
Yeah, it could be really, really difficult to be in a hospital. I can understand it. So I'm not I'm not a very sensitive person. I mean, yeah, of course I can. I know quite a lot of things and I feel quite a lot of things, but I'm not sensitive. So, and still, it is very difficult for me as well to go to a hospital or somewhere, something like that. I mean, the traditional healing place. Yeah. Because the energy there, it's something. Yeah, it's very far from us. Yeah. So
I agree.
It's really you could stand it very well. So congratulations to you.
Thank you, Mariana. Maybe we're giving energy. Maybe I'm there for a reason. I mean, that's all you can ever think of is like, okay, here he is in there for a reason. And Ezra's a trooper. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the things together to be with your family and still staying with your work as well, and yeah, lending help to them and support to them. Yeah, it's really, it's very, yeah, I appreciate, and I kind of, yeah, fear that it could be difficult for you, and like. It's I don't know how to say it in English, but somehow I yeah, it's I admire for you.
Oh, thank you, Mariana. Yes. I need to hear this. Thank you. I just like last week you really all kind of pumped me up for the 2 weeks. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And there is one more thing. I don't know if you are. at least me, when I'm stressful, I usually use essential oils.
Mm.
So it could be also very calming down, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
Thank
if you
you.
use them.
I brought all my essential oils and I keep forgetting, but I did pull out
Yeah.
lavender last night. I was like, oh, I have lavender and I have this, you know, I have one of those puff things. What do you call it? So I did
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
on last night. So, and thank you. Yeah, because I forgot this last 2 weeks. So that's another thing I'm going to do is essential oils the next 2 weeks. Really important for me. Yeah, because I love that sense. So I'm gonna pick a name here and see if it's one of you three. That's me. Raluca, you're the next one to go and talk to us for 10 minutes or less.
Okay.
But you have 10 minutes to talk about your life and how's it going in the next 2 weeks. And come up.
Yes.
Want it off?
Very, very shortly, I agree completely with the others. You do really amazing things to can stand to go forward in these conditions, which are difficult for anyone at your place.
So Raluca,
Very,
just to let you know, this is for you. This is your time to talk about you too.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
I've this time I've understood.
Yes, okay.
What you intended from me. It's really amazing what you are doing. Which is what means this man?
Oh, it's Arya's friend. I'm undressing him. Arya, you want to say hi on camera? Oh, she's being shy, but she does.
I've understood now.
Yes.
Anyway, I've in the last 2 weeks I've continued to work on desires, which I've cleared for me as being for myself as being priority in this time of my life. I've worked simultaneously on 14 desires with a 21 days journey of Anahata. It's amazing. By using the 7 chakras, you can work on one can work on manifesting the source point, and thus manifesting desires. And I feel better while I'm going forward with this 21 days journey. I've checked only today the main values which I've set earlier as being priority for me from the list you sent us some time ago to all of us, and and I've just understood with self-master test that I'm not aligned with in alignment with any of these main values for me. For the moment, I have to work on all of these, and I would like please to explain me a little more, Trudy, or any of you, the others. What do you mean when you say clear the word? If you have from the muscle test a no alignment with this value, for example, commitment, I'm not aligned with commitment. What do you mean when you say clear the word commitment, for example, after? Now, what I've done in the last two weeks, I've continued with working for Anahata Codes certification. Yeah, I was in Romania visiting my parents, where I stayed much with them. I didn't work much, but I work anyway every day. And for the next 2 weeks, I have an intention to to work on this deep shadow, which is still under the carpet, hidden there, which don't. I want to work on accepting this shadow, meaning the shadow which doesn't allow me to write a schedule of work, to work in an organized way. So not to think more thinking at the things which I want to do, more thinking than doing, because of this refusal. I still have a refusal, a type of refusal or rejection towards writing a schedule, working with a schedule. That's my main goal, to go forward on working on this in the next 2 weeks. For being able this way to go forward with Anahata Coach certification, finishing it, go forward with Grid Alchemist certification, which is total completely to do work for me, nothing done, and also to restart to work, to review all the step by step, all the components learned in the 6 months of Vishuddha Mastery, for going and working towards my main goal, to arrive to work, to construct, build a message, online message, clear, very clear, for a very clear niche of clients. Thus, working with groups of people, like you do, for example, Trudy, or like you do, Mariana, when you teach people, even if you don't do it, I think in an online way, but you teach people, for example, human design. You work already with group of people. It's much more productive and monetary, but also is much more gives much more satisfaction to teach more people, to share this knowledge to the world. That's it. My main my next step is this shadow, this mass. My mass is my medicine. My mass is still there. A refusal of working with schedule in an organized way. That's it. I think that's it. All. Yeah, I'm done with.
What if you are not supposed to work in an organized way?
No, I'm not supposed to work in an organized. Excuse me. What do you mean?
I mean that probably you are not supposed to work in an organized way.
That's a very interesting new idea for me. That's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
I think we all got that while she was talking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, it was a big relief when I learned from my human design chart that I don't have consistent power of willpower. It means that if I make goals for myself, let's say I go every day to the gym, you know, I can do it for 1 week or 2, and then I cannot do it longer, you know. I don't have this willpower for that. And of course, I I beat up myself or I did it before, you know, that I cannot do it. Why? Everyone can do it. Just that's me. I am worthless. I cannot do anything like that, you know. But then I realized that it's quite normal for me, you know. So probably it's not for you that you have to work in an organized way.
Wow, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
So it's better you forgive yourself.
Yeah, in fact, that's a very good reminder because, yes, maybe that's the starting point in working for this issue, because forgiving myself and accepting myself and loving myself with this part. And then transformations of any type, to be open to transformations of any type in any way, in any of the possible ways, infinitely possible ways. Yes, accepting it, embracing this part of me. Yeah, that's a very important reminder. Thank you.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeannie, go ahead. I think we have time we can all share, so it's great.
Okay. It occurs to me that maybe you don't work in a very systematic way. Maybe you work in a more intuitive way. I went to massage school, and many people approach to massage in a very organized way. You go to this muscle, then you go to this muscle, then you go to this area, and then you very systematic, which is fine. And other people were very intuitive. It was like, it didn't even matter what the muscle was called. You just, oh, I feel the heat here, or however it worked for them. This is where I need to work. So they were both very legitimate and very, you know, excellent ways to work. They both gave excellent massages, you know. So it may be that that very systematic, very organizing way just isn't your style. That's okay.
That's beautiful also to hear this too for me. Yes, because some people which cannot work in another way, but only in an organized way, have influenced me to believe that is the unique efficient way to work with a schedule, work in an organized way. But it's not my nature until now, at least. It's not my nature. In fact.
So I see, you know, really loving yourself, and I'll talk about commitment in a second, but really loving yourself is maybe just one little thing. You listed several different things that you needed to do for 2 weeks that seemed overwhelming to me. I just went, whoa, I couldn't do all those. And then you set yourself up for rejecting yourself because you didn't accomplish what you just said. So the word commitment, when I say clear something, when you think commitment, what comes up is refusal and rejection. So those are the ones you can clear or forgive, you know, integrate, forgive, clear. Those are the words around commitment that show up for you. That's the shadow words. So when I say clear commitment, it's all the things that show up when you think I am committed, and you express them very well. And, you know, I make a commitment to myself because it is very powerful, but the commitment could be simply to love who you are and love that you work in this way that is very circular. We are a circle of, we're women. Women tend to be, not all women, but, you know, the feminine aspect is a more circular way of accomplishing. And for myself, what I've done, since I have been told my whole life I'm all over the place, I'm ADD. You know I'm ADD. My daughter just discovered she's ADD. She's like, you're ADD. I was like, oh, I knew. We're all, my whole family are attention deficit disorder. That's, Americans love labels. But anyways, that means we're just all over the place, and we're intelligent, and we like doing a zillion things at once. So in my commitment to myself was that I'm going to take all the all those avenues of who I am and bring them all together into one and love them all. So everything that I was judged for and judged myself for, or I wouldn't have been judged, I bring them in and go, I am so grateful and so appreciative that I've learned this, that I've learned this, that I've learned this, I've learned this. This makes me a multifaceted, dynamic woman. This makes me who I am. And that is so, I think, part of for all of us, of loving ourselves. Absolutely. So I share that with you, Raluca. I think we all got it. We all saw the same thing going on for you. It was beautiful. And the way, all the different ways it's expressed.
Yes, different ways of expressing. It's so helpful. I think this session is mainly for me. I have so much beautiful, useful, loving thoughts, useful and loving thoughts towards me. Thank you all.
I think we're all affirming ourselves because we all have that. That's a commonality that we're all sharing here. I mean, in the way that we learn, in the way we express. So, yeah. We're in the soup together here. He's dressed.
Oh, I like that one better.
Okay, do you feel complete, Raluca?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Blessings, blessings. And you know, I forgot to do the Anahata download of manganese, so we will do that at the end. We'll do the Anahata activation and read that, because it's really fascinating what this, it's a male perspective, but he goes on and just take what feels right for you out of that, off our Facebook group. Okay, I'm going to pick another name here. Lynn is not here. Luca's done. Jeannie, you're next.
Okay. Well, I did meet my goals last week, which were to listen to the Thrive replays daily. Now, I didn't do it exactly daily, but as close to daily as I could get. And to add a yoga class on Tuesday and Thursday, which I did. A great class. I really like it. So yeah, I'm going to keep going to that one. And to get caprylic acid, which I did. It was interesting too, because I had to go to 2 or 3 places. Well, one led me to another place, and then she led me to another place. And this third place is a place that ended up being this great place that has all kinds of other things too that I needed. So that was nice. That was a nice little journey that day. So I was able to get that, and I am taking that now. So yeah, it felt good. This past week, my son-in-law has been in Belize, so I've been staying with my daughter and taking care of the babies. And they have been sick since Christmas. The little one is okay, but the older one he's had stomach stuff and diarrhea, with which that's getting better, but now he's got these sores in his mouth. So, you know, I have a lot of concern for, I want him to be healthy again. And it hurts him, and he's waking up a lot at night. And I really want to focus on helping that get better, whatever it takes. There's not a whole lot of medicine or anything we can do in his mouth other than milk of magnesia is actually what they said to put on it to kind of cool it off. His fever's down. His fever's better. He is getting better. It's not like he's getting better, but I guess I feel impatient to have him be healthier. So the next 2 weeks is his dad comes back tomorrow, so that'll be a good thing. And tonight, actually, yeah, today's Sunday. Tonight he's back. And so I guess I don't even know how to put that goal into words, but just focus on healing Jackson, my grandson, as much as I can. The other thing I want to do is I got some DVDs about Qigong, and I want to add that to my Tai Chi practice. I just add that. That'll be fun. And the main goal I want to work on is sometimes I have trouble sleeping at night. And it's been helpful to me to do the gratitude and try to, there's something about laying down to go to sleep. At first, I just feel like, oh, yay, I'm in my bed and it's comfy and it feels good. And then immediately I start to worry or some old thoughts come in, some old nasty thoughts. And I spiral down to this place where I'm laying awake thinking about things that are probably not going to happen. So I really want to work on that and clear that out of my life, because I really want to be asleep at the time, not laying there worrying about anything. It does help to go to the gratitude, but I slip away from it. You know, my monkey mind just goes into gear and I slip away from it. So maybe try to do some sort of a routine, more of a routine, and maybe actually write down the things I'm grateful for to make me stay more focused on it. Anyways, work on my bedtime routine so that I can sleep better consistently. So main goal, work on my bedtime routine, work on healing Jackson. I think what I'm going to do is just teach him to breathe, because he gets it hurts him. He wakes up and he's in pain and he cries harder and he doesn't want any comfort. And I think for him, just teach him, okay, we're going to breathe. Well, he's calm during the day, teach him that. So at night when he wakes up, we can just breathe together, hopefully. He's 2. He's young. He's 2. Mm-hmm. Add the Qigong to my Tai Chi practice. So those are the 3.
Awesome.
That's it. That's enough.
I'm going to let one of you share first. I like your input. Raluca.
I haven't heard my name. Excuse me. Regarding your grandson, he has pain in his mouth.
It's fever blisters, little, I don't know. Yeah, he had 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It hurts him.
I've just discovered yesterday on myself that I had the last 2 weeks or more some type of irritation and sleepy eyes, irritation, and I've worked in 3, 4 ways, thinking that finding different triggers, reasons, but I've discovered yesterday that I worked this way yesterday and it worked well, much better. I've tried to find a symbolic connection, more subtle, between this irritation and significance. And I've checked on the fear-based emotions list, and I've discovered that I was in an irritated state of being lately. I don't know how long time ago started. I haven't checked this. Peeved, the emotion peeved. So in a certain way, irritated.
Right.
And I worked on this, and it's better. I can be more precise after. I can write you the wording which I've checked for myself when I've worked for this irritation. The fact is that today is much better. And yeah, the symbolic meaning of something physical, it worked for me better. And regarding the sleepy difficulties for you, And have you ever checked what is Ho'oponopono? How is called this? The Hawaiian therapy. Ho'oponopono is you don't know. From the, I think from the Hawaii Islands comes Ho'oponopono. I don't know if I pronounce correctly.
Oh, okay.
I can read it in the chat. Oh.
Right, and we can also send things to each other via our Facebook group there.
Yes.
See, Marianne, because I couldn't find you before, so I'm glad.
Okay.
Ho'oponopono.
Something like this is written.
Forgiveness.
Very deep and very efficient. I read a part of a book, not the entire book, not yet, and it's so beautiful. The book is written by Joe Vitale. It's not called Ho'oponopono, the book, but is about this method. Is Zero Limits, maybe the name of the book, maybe something like this is the title in English. On English, I have it in Romanian, the book, and it's very efficient.
Okay, another minute for Raluca, so we can both speak to Jean. So
yeah. Otherwise, yes. It's I find
I'll try it.
Very helpful for you going forward with Tai Chi or yoga, anything like this. It's very helpful to replenish your energy, to have the force to go forward.
Was it a scary part?
No.
You didn't want to watch it?
Something else? No, I don't have other suggestions or ideas.
Well, that's helpful. I'll
Can you
check
just
it
turn the
out.
button back on? I'm gonna be right back. Mariana, could you speak to Jean? I'll be right back.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. With me, if it happens that I cannot fall asleep in the evening, usually I have to release some trapped emotions, and then it's no problem. So it's usually for me, at least, it's a kind of stress, you know, that something is turning in my head. Mm-hmm. Something was caused on the day. It's very seldom. I'm a good sleeper. Yeah, I cannot fall asleep right away, but if something is turning in my head, then it's usually something happened with me on the day, and I have to release that, and then it's okay. Then I can sleep longer, fall asleep. And the other thing is I agree with Raluca. It's good to see the symbolic of this source in the mouth of your grandson. It's also good to see the essential oils can be also good. I don't know if you use it, and if you cannot do it physically, you still can do it energetically, at least. I don't know if you use it this way.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just the information, put the information to there, and this is my experience. It works as well. Yeah, and the Tai Chi, it might help with the falling asleep.
Yeah, I should probably get out of bed and do it. I mean, I'm not sleeping anyways. Might help.
Yeah.
One more thing. I don't know if you know, but I've learned from Anahata And I've always checked that is this very important. Often the first step is to work for shifting your focus from the issue, from not sleeping, for example, shifting away your focus from this, because otherwise you nourish this issue with energy. You increase it. Yes, you know. With the Anahata codes or with the zipline convergence method, which uses Anahata codes, is very, very efficient. I've noticed that every time when I work on myself or on another person's, first step, shifting away your focus from the problem and then working for solving it in any of the ways. If you want, I can tell you much more about this if you don't know anything. I don't know how much you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I just downloaded the Anahata, not the codes, the actual codes, but the page where she talks about how they work. And
Good. She should send them to you soon then I think once she gets your email, she sends it to you and then you have it for free.
yeah, yeah, she did send me an email, so I'll check that out.
So what I want to say, and I did miss Mariana, but I did want to say, Jeannie, you are remembering that you're a healer. You're remembering that you can do all this energetic work. You're also a dowser. So if you write down a whole list of what could benefit you to sleep at night, you've gotten lots of information here. And then douse which one is the most important one for you.
Good idea, yeah.
And I'm going to add one in the soup, which is like witness that part of yourself, because that is a part of yourself that's worried. So as a witness, like we did in the immersion class, just say, I see you, I've got your back, you're safe, go ahead and worry. And just let that little wheel run until it runs out, and then say, what can I give you? So I think all of these are so important and vital, but you need to find out which one works for you.
Okay.
So make those lists and douse. The most important thing, is there 2 or 3 I need to use? I mean, I just think that is, as a dowser or anyone that can muscle test, it's so good to just ask your own higher self. But you have a good list of things to choose from. So
okay, I've got a lot of tools.
And remember, you're a healer. Remember, that's who you are. You know, you've also got quantum touch. For Jackson, you've got lots of different healing tools that you can utilize. And that's part of us being dynamic, scattered all over the place women, right? We got lots of tools. We got lots of ways to offer this dynamically to what people need and what we need. So God bless us. I really just ask Goddess to bless us right now, the Goddess of energy to bless us on this incredible day of lunar eclipse. So, yay. Okay, Mariana, we'd love to hear from you now.
Yeah, so in the last 2 weeks, I continued studying human design. Yes, I immersed in it. It takes time because it's, I am a very detailed person. I like the details. Because originally I am an engineer, you know.
Okay.
And so I approach everything from this details part. And I want to go through it very thoroughly to know it, you know. And when I had time, I did it. When I didn't have any kind of pressure on it, you know. Yeah. It's not like I have a deadline for that time. I have to learn everything. Just but I have time, I do it. And there was some excitement in my family. I mean, I'm preparing to travel to US next week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because my brother lives there in Florida. I have 2 brothers, and the younger one lives in Florida, and he gets married.
Oh.
And originally I was supposed to go alone, but somehow we could persuade my ex-sister-in-law. It means not his wife, but my other brother's ex-wife, whom I like very much, and she will come with me, you know. But it was not sure whether, she had a passport from before the marriage. The name was not the same as now, and we had to apply for a new passport. Mm-hmm. And then take this ESTA, the EST, you know, that you can go into the US and buy the ticket. So yeah, it was a little bit excitement, but now it's okay. So we will travel together on the same plane next Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, okay. And we stayed there for 2 weeks together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wedding will be 2 weeks from now on Saturday. And then they go to honeymoon, and we will enjoy Florida. And we will get the car of my brother, so we can go around. And yeah. And I just announced a workshop at the beginning of March on Living Your Design. This is the basic course of the human design. I just did the Facebook announcement event for that. I need now to do some more advertisement and let the people know more about it. And what else? Yeah, I started to read books from, I don't know if you heard about it. It's very popular here in Hungary, this Access Consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very popular. Everyone is asking questions. Mm-hmm. So crazy questions sometimes. Still, I find it's quite okay. It's very helpful, and also this clearing statement is also. I just tried it right now. Before I didn't do it, and it seems to work quite efficiently for me, at least. So I did some clearings in the last 2 weeks for myself. And there was one more thing. It was quite difficult for me. I had to put my mother in a retirement home or in an assisted living. She has dementia, and in October she was taken to this home, and I couldn't go to visit her around Christmas because I was not very well. I didn't want to go there, you know. And now I went again and saw her, but it's always very, very difficult to go there. So to see her there, it's. I don't know how is it in the US, but here in Hungary, it's even more. You lose all your lust to leave or your intention to leave, you know, when you see people there. So it's very disappointing and very difficult to see those the people there and seeing her that it's almost impossible to speak 2 words with her. So I usually go there once a week, but it's still very difficult. So every time I go there, I need to do some kind of clearing or release for myself. Yeah.
She must have had to attend to her granddaughter. There she is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Was that done? Are you complete?
yes. Yes.
I'm sorry about your mom. My mom died of Alzheimer's, and it's an extremely challenging, difficult time to go through. And you kind of feel like they're in your head sometimes because their energy gets so big. And even if you're not sensitive, it's like they're just everywhere. They're so out there. So it was a couple years of real challenge for me. So I'm sorry that you're going through that. That's a tough thing. And Florida sounds really awesome. It sounds like a sunny place anyways. It's a lot of old people there.
Yes, a lot of retired people.
Yes, lots of old people there. But I'm going to let other people talk as I digest, because I just got the Frozen back on for her. She figured it out, Aria. So, but I do feel for that, and I'm excited for your journey. That sounds like a wonderful thing, and maybe just absorb. I'm sure have you been to the US before?
Yes, yeah. Actually, I decided for not going for a time or at least leave some time. I was several times in 2015, 16, and 17. Last time when this Hurricane Irma came.
Wow. Yeah.
1.5 years ago, and I had to leave Florida earlier than I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So your goals for this week are to have a good time.
Yeah.
That's what my question is. Yay.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and when I have time, I will work from there as well. You know, do some sessions.
Yay.
Yeah, and also continue learning, but mostly, have some time. And
I do know that if you want to do sessions online, and something I want to do is you can go into the health food stores or these new age crystal shops or something, and you can offer, a lot of times they'll let you do mini sessions or talk, so you could maybe get some new clients from Florida, which could be very
it's a good idea.
Yeah. And you can continue your work there. So yeah, I have that suggestion. Yeah. Anyone else to share with Mariana?
Will you be by the ocean?
Sorry?
In Florida, will you be by the ocean?
I don't think so. That beside the ocean, but not far from there. Yeah.
Because when I've had times of grief, the ocean has just absorbed so much for me. So maybe, because there's grief involved with your mom.
Yeah, it is.
And the water of the ocean just, it would just take it from me. It would help.
Yeah, we definitely will go to the ocean because my sister-in-law, she likes it very much.
Me too, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this huge bath of salt that just sucks all that stuff right out of you. It's really wonderful medicinal thing is the ocean. Yeah. Raluca, anything to share?
Yeah, I agree regarding the ocean. Also on me has a very powerful effect. I was at the Atlantic Ocean in Portugal. It was really beneficial in clearing stuff from inside. I'm sure it will help you, Mariana.
I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks, all tan. You're gonna be all like
yeah, probably
a little bit. I know the sun is a lot of precautions around the sun these days. Deceive a bit, I'm sure.
I need it because I'm like quite white right now. Winter time.
Feel good. Mhm.
Oh, that's beautiful. How does everyone feel right now?
Good.
Very good. Yeah.
Complete? Good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're all here. I mean, I feel huge benefit from this, and yeah, we can communicate to each other on that Facebook group too, or we
Ah,
can
great.
message each other. But that's a great way to do it, and all the information we have to share. And I just wanted one thing I wanted to do. I didn't say I was going to, but I wanted to get on the human design and check it out a little more because I do find that really curious. I'm curious about what you do. Yeah, I've looked at it a couple years ago and I thought it was very, very cool. So you've sparked an interest for me. Human design. I think it's pretty interesting stuff. Yeah.
Yes, it
Glad you're
is.
doing it. Glad you're doing it. It's really awesome. Yay. I think that it's kind of like this big ball of all these different avenues of looking at ourselves. And really, the thing is, they're all kind of the same when you get down to it. They're all telling us just to love ourselves.
Yes.
You know, accept ourselves and love ourselves. I mean, that's kind of the common theme. And I was obsessed with near-death experiences for a while, and maybe because my grandson, we didn't know if we'd live or not. So I really got into this on YouTube, and every single person came back from their experience and said, what I get is all there is love. That's it. Love. That's all there is. Love. So there's nothing else they have to say about it. So love is the answer to it all. And loving ourselves is the answer to all that. So and that's just appreciating and accepting who we are, is accepting that we are these quirky beings on the planet that don't follow the rhythm of life. And look, there's a lot of people out there just like you that don't follow the rhythms of life. And, whether you call it attention deficit disorder or whatever, I mean, there's a huge people that could really learn how to accept who they are, just like they are. Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. And look at me. I mean, I run these things and I'm kind of like, I don't have it all together by any means. That's how I learn. I dive in and then I learn. So that's how it is. So let's do manganese. Let's just do this activation and have our day of beautiful activating lunar eclipse days. So let's create safe, sacred space. You can put your right hand on your heart and your left hand up to the heavens there, to the cosmos. As we create that circle of safe, sacred space around us, as circle of women, supporting each other, guiding each other, finding our own inner strength and acceptance of who we are as we have this 2 weeks of loving ourselves and following our own internal bliss. We activate the assisting frequency of manganese, homeopathic manganese, with gratitude and for the greatest good of all. 25 2698 27 2868. 25 2698 27 2868. 25 2698 27 2868. 25 2698 27 2868. 25 2698 27 2868. 25 2698 27 2868. 25 2698 27 2868. Left hand over the right. And just feel that nurturing of yourself and that all the ways that we nurture ourselves. And just ask yourself, how do I nurture myself? And what do I need and what do I want? Let that be. It is so. It is so. It is so. Yay. So there's several different ways to do the Zoom recording, but I'm probably going to put it over on YouTube and then put it over on our page. And again, remember, that's only for the 6 of us. No one else can see it on your feed or anything. So that would be easier than sending you all emails. Though I might do both, who knows, but it will take me, I might not get it done today. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I will get it done in the next 2 or 3 days. So, blessings. Big hug to all of you. Big, just hugs. Love themselves. Yay. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you so much. Deep in my heart, I appreciate you being here with me. Thank you. I can feel you all, and it's really helpful. So have fun in Florida.
Yeah.
Get in that ocean. Think of all of us when you're in there, okay?
Thank
Just,
you.
I'm in here for Trudy. I'm in here for Jean. I'm in here for Luca. And splash and have fun. Yay. Just be playful. I love it. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna close this down if I can find the thing. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Much love.